It's very interesting that this female brought this up, right? Where she believes that somebody was magically, supposedly my freaking match, right? Which is incorrect. Now, why is it important to get this right? Well, you see, martial arts are about building character, okay? Character. Where churches are about traditions, right? We say it's a Baptist or Pentecostal or Methodist or Lutheran, right? Mormon, Amish, Catholic, what have you. Those are the traditions of those groupings, and they reinforce that first and foremost. Where if you have a universal martial arts system, it's about building character. That is more important than conveying traditions, mere human rules, customs, and traditions. No matter how much you like those traditions, no matter how much they resonate with you, character is more important than that. I can respect the person who dates based on character far more than the person who dates based on mere human rules, customs, and traditions when it comes to that issue. Okay? So when it comes to what's best for women, especially attractive women, they're so sought after and they exert so much power, right? Let's face it, if you see a female that most people think is ugly, maybe she's poor, maybe she's not, maybe she's overweight, maybe she's underweight, whatever it is, and you see her walking down the street, okay? You don't think to yourself, hey, she must exert power over the masses of people. Or if you work in a marketing department, hey, I should use her, okay? Because she'll exert that kind of feminine influence. No. And society even is playing stupid about that. They say, well, it's subjective. If it's subjective, why do people choose specific character traits, specific traits, and characteristics when it comes to advertising cars historically? It'll be some supermodel looking female in a bathing suit or something, or what have you. Buy a Porsche or whatever. Because it's not that subjective. There's elements of subjective. People don't agree on these things, but there's an element of objective qualities, right? Health, fitness, femininity, right? Sexy and sex-C, right? Sexy, sex-C, right? Femininity. Okay. So what is best for women? To play stupid about that for mere human rules, customs, and traditions? No. So anyone wants to play stupid about that, rule it out. Rule them out as a good teacher. Anyone who wants them to uphold white, Jewish, LGBT supremacy, or any racial supremacy, rule them out. Why do you put your race first unfairly? You're not a good teacher. You're not helping to build character. That's why Marshall is marital scrambled. Because what are the traits you need to be a good wife? To have a good family, to teach your family correctly? You need character. Universal character. When you spar with someone, okay, fair and square, before certain groups started, sabotaging certain races disproportionately to gain the upper hand, okay, the universe wasn't saying to you, well, that person's that race, so they have the upper hand. It was, did you cultivate what you needed for generations, and especially in your lifetime, to triumph over that other person? Or did you try to leverage ill-gotten gains? Did you try to take shortcuts? Did you train as much as you needed to? Did you cultivate mental prowess to understand the situation? Are you wise? Do you have timing and discipline and focus and determination and will and heart? Did you go the extra distance? Universal scale. And a universal scale in its true form is divine. So we see that what's best for women is for them to obey God through me, even if they're not monotheistic, because universally I've proven my path to be the greatest. Universally, I've proven myself to be the greatest leader ever possible. For example, if there was a cheetah, okay, in a race with golden retrievers, I choose a cheetah not because of the name cheetah, right, but because it's the fastest land animal, okay, and, they kept it from racing. Does that mean it's not the fastest animal? No, it still is. It's still faster than those golden retrievers. And so it is with them suppressing me. If those golden retrievers got together, right, in some animal cartoon or something, and kept that cheetah from competing, can the men say, hey, one of our golden retrievers is the fastest? No. That's pathetic, right? Now, not only are they slower, but they're disgraced. You see what I'm saying? And no offense to anybody. This is not about insulting anybody. It's not. This video is about making it clear to anyone who might listen that attractive females especially, all people, but especially attractive females, okay, are far better off obeying God through me than doing anything else. The gap is infinite. Infinite. Now, if you knew for sure, more than you know anything, so to speak, and for nothing else, that the gap is infinitely greater between my teaching and other people's, okay, the gap is infinitely great. Okay, it's huge. But I should teach them, not anyone else. I should lead them, not anyone else. And you cared about people. Would you play stupid about that so you wouldn't hurt people's feelings? Would you play stupid about that because people are threatening you when you're the greatest warrior that ever lived, the top martial artist ever? When God gave you that heart that made you the greatest ever, would you play stupid about that and let them suffer? Would you turn your back on 9 million children starving to death a year? I've been going on and on about how I'm the top martial artist. Going back to like 2013 or something. On and on. That's 11 years. Legal and peaceful challenge. At this point, it's at $10 million. In fact, I will now symbolically raise it to $100 million if I'm compensated, because they owe me more like $1 billion. So now the top martial arts challenge is at $100 million. If your society owes somebody over $1 billion for decades of harassment and sabotage and preventing them from being financially successful when they're a brain surgeon's son, and fuming and poisoning and on and on and on, sexual harassment, can they then say, how dare you offer $100 million of compensation? Your society owes me. And I'm challenging the society and the planet. Legally and peacefully. It's also best for women, for people to acknowledge that it's fair for me to do that. Because it's the truth. And the truth will set you free. From the chains of rape by deception. From the chains of organized rape by deception. Quit deceiving them. Quit raping them. Quit trying to convince them that they're better off magically, listening to you, and not to the top martial artist ever, the one God and nature set apart as the ideal leader of all time. You're not doing your families any favors, your communities, your children, your countrymen, the people from your groupings. You are trampling them into next week when you suppress me. Do you hate everybody, including yourself? And if not, why are you suppressing and persecuting and fuming and poisoning and harassing me, including sexual harassment? Thank you.